Hey everybody, it's Pancake Armor Man. Welcome back to yet another episode of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Co-op. I'm joined by, as always,
Lady Gear to you.
Last time we completed all of the story cuts from the original CTR. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DLC cups left to complete. Starting with the Velo Cup. These are all racetracks from the game sequel on... All 4 of these are racetracks from the game sequel on PS2. So, yeah. And this was part of an event where you can unlock the character. If I can find him locked up, I will point him out. I believe that's Nash. Where you can unlock Velo. That is not the right Velo. I'm looking for Emperor Velo.
Velo.
Oh, well, whatever. Let's just pretend that's Velo. That probably is Velo, actually, thinking about it. Where you can unlock Velo, right? During that event, if you got a certain number of points during an online race, or just a regular race entirely, you would automatically unlock Velo. Now, because those events are over, you have to get them at the pit stop. So, yep.
Yay, I love the pit stop. It's the best part of this game.
Also, you're my favorite girl. I wish you were unlocked.
She's so cute.
Alright. If I'm wrong about anything, I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments is going to correct me. So, you're already playing as Coco. Let's
both be Coco.
I'm going to play as Crunch. I barely ever play as Crunch.
Crunch.
Beanox Racer Crunch. Ready.
Are you ready,
Ready.
kids?
There we go. I'm going to have to load that. So yeah, these 4 racetracks are all from the PS2 Crash Team Racing game that I forgot the name of.
I believe it's called Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash is 100% correct. So yeah. I'm pretty sure this game loads faster on the PS4 than when compared to the Switch. I'm not 100% certain though.
Don't even get me started on the Wii U version. My goodness, it's so unplayable.
I know, it's so unplayable. Alright, first up is Inferno Island.
Why does the moon look like it's high?
What?
The moon? Why does it look like it's high?
I don't know. It's gonna eat you.
What's up with your Crash Bandicoot? Why does it look so weird?
Honestly, this is one of my favorite courses from the game. I remember playing this one a lot on my free time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The cool thing about this game was that, like we said, this came from the PS2 Crash Team Racing. So, it doesn't outright say it in the title or anything like that, like how Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy says that it's remaking the whole trilogy. But this game practically remakes, I think, all the tracks from the entirety of the Crash Team Racing series. Mm-hmm. It's got a couple new ones too, and that's pretty cool.
Yep. Honestly, they went all out with this remake when they did not have to at all.
Yeah.
And I really love it.
Remember when Activision cared about Crash Bandicoot? That was a fun time.
Crash was in such a renaissance era, and it is so sad that it is all over now.
Yeah. They're like, oh, these people make platformers? We don't want that anymore. Make Call of Duty.
Make Call of Duty sports games, because those are the games that people really want. Nobody has ever complained about not having enough Crash Bandicoot, ever.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Crash was literally the only gaming mascot that people were literally begging to be brought back, you know?
I love when big companies make smart decisions like that.
It's like, why don't companies listen to the fans more? Those are the guys that are gonna buy your product. I know some fans are probably just not worth listening to, right? But a lot of them, all they want is a new Crash Bandicoot game or a new Spyro game.
Yeah. It's like, it's always so frustrating when they say games don't make sales expectations when they already sold like a bazillion copies. Because like, we mentioned this before, but Crash 4 sold like 3 or 5 million copies or something like that.
5 million.
Something like that. But it did insanely well. But apparently that wasn't good enough for the executives at the company who were like, no, we don't want this anymore. Same thing with Square Enix. They were super disappointed with Tomb Raider 2013's sales at the beginning of launch, even though it was like the top selling game for the longest time at the moment. It's really, really frustrating.
Yeah. Pretty short track, actually.
Yeah,
then again, it was the start of the DLC Cup, so.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cute.
You unlocked
Ooh.
Husky Crunch.
Heck yeah.
Husky. I like letting everything low before I continue. Next race.
Next race.
Light bright, light bright.
Missile denied. To deny a tracking missile, drop a beaker or a TNT crate just as the missile is about to hit you. Hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah, like, the nice thing is that the developers of this game, like Toys for Bob, I believe, they went independent after Microsoft bought out Activision, right?
Yeah, Toys for Bob, yeah.
Yeah. So even if they don't have the rights to Crash or Spyro anymore, I hope they do continue making like some kind of spiritual successor.
You know what, that's what I noticed. So, people make games inspired by Earthbound. People make games inspired by Mario. Nobody has really made a game inspired by Spyro, really. Like, nobody has even thought about making a spiritual successor to Spyro, and I don't know why. Spyro's pretty popular. Has it just not inspired the same amount of people?
Like, if I were to do a spiritual successor game, my first choice would be making something based off the original Tomb Raider games, but Spyro the Dragon platformer would also do pretty well.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think it would be kind of hard to find a character that's not like a dragon to be the main character of the game, because Spyro works just because Spyro's a dragon.
You can still make a dragon. Like, there's bazillions of dragons characters out there.
And, you know, you could make it a collectathon platform about finding treasure, you know. It's just that nobody's ever done it, and I just don't understand why.
Yeah.
And, like, there's been a lot of people making Crash fan games, just, like, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, like, one interesting thing about, like, Spyro, yeah, kind of off topic but similar, a bit of fun development history of the game. When they were making it, they were a bit concerned if the game was going to do super well and things like that, but they figured that it was going to do well after they realized how fun it was to actually control Spyro. And, like, if you play the original games, like, you know how fun it is to control Spyro. And, like, just moving around that environment is so satisfying. So, like, whoever does make a spiritual successor, that's going to be, like, the key to making your game a success.
So, like, okay, another thing is that, you know how I've got Aqua right now?
Yep.
If I was playing as a villain, it would be Uguga, and I really love that detail.
Yeah, it's a fun detail. It's kind of annoying though in Insane Trilogy. Every few minutes when you get a game over, it's like any beers and he's all like game.
You ever get that lighting glitch where you're supposed to be surrounded in shadows, right? But there's a lighting glitch where you can just see them.
Yeah, that happens all the time, especially in Crash 2.
Yeah. All right.
I can't get over how cute she is.
Next race.
Next race. Tick. Dot dot dot. Boom. Exclamation point. You can press up when bowling bomb is running to make it explode on the spot. So aside from what we talked about already, if you could choose another game to make a spiritual successor to, what would you choose?
Oh boy. Okay, this may sound silly. SpongeBob movie game.
That'd be a fun one.
Because, like, that was the game I played a lot as a child, you know, just growing up. It's one of my favorite video games. And I know it plays a lot like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, but, like, I feel like that game would make, you know, getting a really good spiritual successor. I think the one thing I would change is, like, the requirement of tokens near the end of the game to actually finish it.
Yeah, that's never fun when you get to the end game and you see that you're supposed to be collecting something the whole time, but you weren't.
Yeah. Like, the end game token requirement is, like, very harsh, though.
Yeah. Batman Arkham Knight kind of does a similar thing because, granted, the game does kind of tell you, hey, there's a break in the story, now's the time, good time to take care of some side quests and things like that. They never tell you that's already required. So when you get to the end of the game, you have a really epic moment, but you see the game isn't over yet because you're supposed to... Oh! You got captured.
Oh, yeah, I know what you were saying.
But like you don't realize that you're supposed to take care of the other bad guys too before you could actually finish the game. And I was like, wait, hold on. I was all prepared to finish this game tonight, but I have a bunch of other stuff we gotta do.
I know. It's like, I think if I was to make a spiritual successor to specifically the SpongeBob movie game, right?
Yeah.
I would make the requirement for tokens to complete the game a lot less, but still like keep the extra token missions in for people that want 100% completion. You know?
They probably did that to like pad out the runtime for the game.
Yeah. I would keep in driving sections still, because those are probably what some of the most fun I had in the SpongeBob movie game was getting to drive the paddy wagon.
Yeah.
The only thing is that you would have to make your own original character because SpongeBob movie game is a licensed game after all.
Yeah.
And so in order for a spiritual successor to work, you would have to make your own original character for it. Which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, okay, making a light set character and a heavy set character basically, since there were only 2 playable characters in that game. So
just name him Sponge Tom Triangle Trousers.
yeah. But yeah, that's one game I would do a spiritual successor if I was able to, you know?
Yeah.
But what about you?
So, I already mentioned Tomb Raider, that's a big one. I'd say Okami would be another big one, because there's a lot of potential you could do with mixing around the timeline and mythologies into an adventure game like that. Because, like, they already did pretty well with Japanese mythology. Greek mythology gets thrown around a lot too. I guess Immortals Phoenix Rise would already be kind of like the equivalent for that game. But I feel like Egyptian mythology doesn't really get touched on a lot. And I think that'd be a pretty cool one too. But like basically like having a mythical like a mythical creature like that. Thrown around with ancient mythology stories and things like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
What's another good one? If we're doing licensed games, Toy Story 2, that'd be my first choice for making a successor to. Now, is there any game you don't want to see a successor to?
Don't. That's actually a harder question than the first one, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, actually.
I guess this kind of is a similar question, but like, you know how Sony remakes a lot of kind of recently made games and things like that? Like how they did the remake for The Last of Us, and there's a rumor about the Horizon remake too.
Yeah, I don't like how they're remaking newer games, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like a remake should be saved for games that are like PS3 era, PS2 era, PS1 era kind of games, you know?
I feel like if the console you're doing the game for can still play the original one, you shouldn't do the remake at all. And I'm sorry The Last of Us remake was fine or whatever. I never played any of those games, but like it just seemed like the most pointless thing in the world.
I know. You know what? Another question. Let's make it 2 games. What 2 games would we do spiritual successors on if we had the chance? And I think my second choice would be Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What was the question?
Your question was, what game would you want to do a spiritual successor on?
Yeah.
Now I'm adding to it. If I could do a second game, it would be Conker's Bad Fur Day. Would be another game that I would really love to do a spiritual successor for.
That'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
You could do like a lot of movie parodies for more modern stuff, like MCU or Star Wars.
It's like, yeah, you could do Star Wars, Marvel movies, you know, and I know that. That's what I think. I've never played Conker, but what I love watching about it is that it's a platformer, but it's constantly switching genres, and I really love that. And I feel like if you did a spiritual successor to it, that could be so much fun.
Yeah.
You know?
If you ever want to give yourself nightmare fuel, play the Saving Private Ryan part of that game. My God, it gets morbid.
I watched the Beta 64 video on that. It was originally going to be a lot more morbid.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish they would have kept that in because it is an endgame after all. Alright, this is the first ever course we ever played with each other, by the way.
Yes, I remember this now. I remember doing that exactly that same thing before, too.
And honestly, I feel like this was the most popular course online of all time because this was the course I would see the most when I was playing online. It was always in rotation. I never understood why it was always in rotation. It was always in rotation, you know? So I feel like this was the most popular one. And now I can finally stop saying that.
Yeah.
But I will say when I've seen courses that I've seen a lot online.
I think this was the exact track when you first mentioned the idea of doing a go-off.
Yeah,
for this.
I feel like, was it that you were playing the game right and you wanted to play a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I got a copy of the game, let's play it together. And then like after this, we were like, hey, wouldn't it be fun to do a co-op of this?
Yeah, like, we had just finished a recording session for something else. I think it was a Nintendo Direct discussion or something.
I think so, yeah. And it was just us at the time because, like, I think Cobra was busy and stuff like that, and James, I think this was when James took a short break and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Cobra was a bit, yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Was it Nintendo Direct discussion? I don't remember what we did. We did some video together, and then, like, we were playing this afterwards. Like, just talking, because usually what we do when we're recording videos and things like that, like after we're done, we'll just like stay on Discord or Skype or whatever for a while afterwards.
And this is when we did the full transition to Discord, too.
Yeah. So like we would stay on to just chat and stuff like that for a while, like play games and things like that. So we started playing this, and then partway through you mentioned maybe like a co-op for this someday.
Yeah.
And that was years ago.
It was way long ago, way too long.
Yeah. Long ago. That's so very long ago. There's a car outside. You can probably hear in the microphone.
Yeah, it's called when people rev up their car like that. It's called small penis syndrome.
Oh my god.
It's hallucination.
That sounds concerning.
I know, it's very concerning. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna get a laugh out of that.
Ah, humor. Arr. That part where you teleport, that's so cool.
I know. Now I think I know why this was one of the most popular stages online.
Yeah. This is a fun one just in general.
Yeah.
Do we have any other fun stories like that we could talk about?
I don't know.
We'll probably think of a few after.
Woo! Timing on that is really rough.
Yeah.
Not as forgiving as I remember it being.
Wee! Owie! Wee! Owie! Wee!
I'm really not trying to change the camera that much. I just keep hitting the wrong buttons.
Yeah. It's so weird that it's R for drifting and not ZR. What game were we playing the other day where... It was that, we were playing the demo for Epic Mickey Rebrush.
Yeah,
and
yes.
the jump button, for whatever reason on Switch, was A and not B, and it just felt so weird.
I don't know, I prefer it being A button, but yeah, I can get that.
That's how it's done.
Alrighty. Wow, we tied.
Yeah! High five.
Oh, that was a strong one.
That was a good high five.
Alrighty.
Yay!
Whew!
Increasing velocity. In Ring Rally, the longer you race, the faster you'll go. Can you reach maximum speed?
That's what she said.
Oh my god. Who is the lady who says that? She sounds like a very nice person.
I would like to meet that woman. She says a lot of stuff.
I don't know. Someone who talks a lot like that is probably a big gossiper. And I don't know about you, but I can't stand gossip. Oh, did you know James is pregnant?
And then as soon as you say that, the trophy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look how annoying Coco is.
Oh my god, I
That
love
actually
her.
fits freaking Crunch's bragging so much.
Oh my god, I love her so much.
Oh my lord. Alright, well, that out of the way. That was the first DLC cup of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled.
Hi, Kai.
Hi, Kai. If you see this video, comment below saying hi.
Hi.
Alright. I've been Payne Garman. He's been.
Did he care to you?
And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends on Twitter, Discord, and Blue Sky. Let's get out of here. One more flex. Yeah, boy!
I just love how Coco's annoyed and just looking at her phone.
Yeah.
It's so cute.